This is the bust of Nefertiti. It's a 3D print from the actual statue, so the real one, which is in a museum, I think, somewhere in the UK. There's actually an interesting story about this one, because the 3D scan of the real Nefertiti bust actually leaked on the internet. The real story is unclear. I invite you to Google it, but anyhow, the scan landed on the internet, and the internet never forgets. So we saw that scan as well, and we printed it in 3D. And while we were 3D printing this, it came to us that there is an actual value in reproducing art, historical archaeological pieces. The details in this model, and I don't know if you can see this, but there is damage in the ear, there is damage in the head, the eye is blind or whatever, there's some damage on the front here. And the fact that this 3D print actually almost 100% identical to the real model, which is probably somewhere in a safe in a museum and for nowhere or a few people on earth to touch, is now actually in my hands, and it feels the exact way as the real one does. So imagine if you're blind, you could actually feel the real model. You will never feel the real model in the museum, they won't let you. But we saw that there is an enormous educational value in having the real part in schools. Imagine when you were younger and you had the history classes about Egypt, and you would have parts of artifacts, part of mummies, this bust of Nefertiti, which apparently is one of the most reproduced bustes in the world. Apparently when you go to an Egyptian market, you will see these ones. That the value in having it in classes and passing on from student to student, that you as a student can see what the actual style was instead of just seeing it in your books or in a presentation. And this is just one bust. Imagine the Neanderthaler skulls or some dinosaurs bones. The possibilities are endless. So we feel that 3D printing, which is usually very technical, prototypes for parts and so on, that this can also be used for educational purposes and really bring the history to the schools. Still until today, one of the nicest prints we did.